welcome to Highlands tonight. Section action back at it. Here's the Yough Cougars invade Highlands to play the Highlands Golden Rams. Along with the Dean, Mike Choma. This is Mike Pavlik. I got Landon Signorella up there. I have Dom Stonebert down here. I have Will I Am Selko right there. And we are set to go for tonight's game. It's a section game. Highlands could clinch a playoff spot tonight if a few things happen. We'll get into that later. But first, let's go back to Friday, Dean. Going viral, you have.
Yeah, Mike, it was crazy. That little clip at the end of the game where basically we had Cochran break down that kid from Seneca Valley. They call it broken ankles. And then he tossed it up to Johnny for the alley-oop. Don Martinka decided to take our clip, send it to a place called House of Highlights. It's an Instagram account. 860,000 hits later, we're standing here. Doug Galassi's picked it up with the Valley, also on the WPL website. We've been doing this for 20 years, Mike, and I don't think our combined audience is 860,000 over those 20 years. So we've gone viral. Great for the kids to get that type of exposure.
Well, we've been talking about 4A all year and the different machinations of the top five, and now Beaver has beaten Ambridge.
Yeah, Mike, the top keys getting changed. Ambridge, who was number one, they go to Beaver. They get upset by 10. In that game, our friend Mark Jewell was thrown out in the second quarter, so that didn't help things. So we keep saying it every week, 4A is wide open. Mike White confirmed that today in his little chat. So we are there, but again, we got a long way to go.
We do. Well, we start the second half of section season tonight, and we'll get down the stretch for the entire year. Highlands could clinch a playoff spot tonight with a win and a loss by Mount Pleasant against Knox, so that can happen. What do you see?
Well, Coach Speak says we take it one game at a time. Yough comes in here tonight. They have not won a game yet in section, and that might be one of the reasons why. They have a guy on crutches there. And then they had 6 kids on their JV team, Mike, so the numbers are down. But, you know, we have a bigger picture to look forward to. You mentioned it was kind of what we were facing last year, this year. So, again, start off tonight, big win at home, second half against Yough, hopefully.
I didn't want to move the cord. I was afraid I was going to trip him. It's like, hey, live TV. That's the way it goes. All right, Yough and Highlands tip-off is coming up. We'll be back with it right after this. All right, we're back. Time for the starting lineups between the Highlands Golden Rams and the Yough Cougars.
Yough comes in 0-5 in section, 4-10 overall. They will start number 23, Josh Obradovich, a 6'7 junior. Number 5, Jared Beige, a 6'5 senior. Nice size in the front court for them. Number 21, Jamal Marbailey, 5'10 sophomore. Remember him from the first time around. 35, CJ Walder, a 6'1 sophomore. Number 15, a 5'9 junior, will be Ray Hellhirsch for the Yough Cougars, coached by Jim Nesser,
who's been around.
Yeah, and he teaches there, Mike. So
32 years a teacher at
practice Yough. A little convenient for him. He just has to walk down the hall. He likes that part of it.
Yough, Elizabeth Forward, Jeanette, Hempfield, Greensburg Central, and back at Yough again.
Golden Rams start number 1, Seth Cohen, a 6'2 senior, coming in average 7 points a game. Number 11, Corey Myers, a junior, averages 9.9 per game. Number 13, Dawn Pacey, 5'9 sophomore, averages 5.6 per game. And our highlight maker, 6'7 junior, Johnny Kreis, wears number 20, averages 16.2 a game. And Luke Cochran, the ankle breaker, 6'2 junior, coming in averaging 20 points per game.
The starting lineups, as always, are brought to you by Dan Timmons Painting in Natrona Heights. To beautify and protect, call Dan Timmons Painting today, 724-224-2851. Dan Timmons Painting, since 1979, they got you covered. And the opening tip-off will be brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. Individualized basketball training for third graders through varsity and beyond. On the web at masonelitehoops.com.
Highlands coming in averaging 68 points per game, giving up 59, committing 14 turnovers, forcing 13 Mike. That's numbers getting closer, and the wins are piling up because of it.
And the tap, and the Rams win the tap. They move left to right, dressed in their home whites. Yough in the traveling green uniforms with the orange and white trim. Highlands won the first game on December 20th, 61-48. Around the screen, Cochran got all the way through, and it rolled off. Rebound, Cohen. Well, he deserved a basket after the screen he set, but Waldir has the rebound. Third man in the booth tonight will be Coach Jim Nesser.
Going to give it to us right there, Mike. Right in front of us.
Marbley right side. Now at the base. His three is on the way. It's down, and he can shoot it from out there. He had 10 the first time these two teams played, and 2 from outside the arc.
He the guy has a scholarship for baseball at Pitt.
He is going to Pitt. He's a left-handed pitcher.
So he's got that going for him.
He had great numbers this year. 42 innings, 77 strikeouts. Cochran with a runner, and he drains it. I told him good luck before the game. I just wanted to get that in. And make sure the pronunciation of his name, because I fractured it the first time. It looks like Bach. It's pronounced Beish. 3-2 the score. This is Highlands backcourt. Now got it to Beish forecourt around Cochran. Drives in. Cochran got a piece of it. They call nothing, and it's Highlands ball. Johnny took a charge, or according to Beish, he blocked him, and there was no whistle either way. So there. Dave Harmon, Vince Cunningham, and Jeff Verb are the officials tonight.
First time we've seen him in Highlands this year, Mike. And look like they're playing straight man.
Here's Christ. Now Pacey left side. Myers out top. Three's on the way. It's down. Corey Myers, his first one of the night. And the Rams lead at 5-3.
22nd of the year for Corey. He can stroke that three, no doubt about it, Mike.
He can. Here's Waldir now.
Second to Luke Cochran, who has 31.
Beish out top against Luke. Now Obradovich. Left side to Highlands. In the paint.
By Johnny.
Knifed away by Christ and stolen by. Now here's Johnny. You betcha.
Early on. Hope Tommy got that one.
7-3. Yeah, Tom's probably at school. It's a Tuesday.
Yeah. Nice drop down.
And there's Beish with the lay-in. And now, off of the basket, Jim Nesser's not happy. He wants to call a timeout, even though Highlands leads at 7-5.
He has all 5 of their points, Mike. Gives us a chance to talk about Joe Lucchino and his son Joseph. Proudly welcoming Lucchino Insurance, a financial group serving the AK Valley for decades. Lucchinos are a broad-based financial advisory firm with a wide range of opportunities for both you and your business. Remember, they're offering 4% return on your investment, and you can have your money back in the end, too. So if you're interested in getting 4%, rocky economy, market down big today, call Joe and Joe at 724-224-8908 or 724-905-7583. Located at 2318 Freeport Road next to Donut Connection. Joe and Joe always know.
We mentioned the first time these two teams played, Highlands won by 13 in a game that Johnny Christ had 4 points. The Rams only made 3 3-pointers and shot 7 for 18 from the line, and they still won by 13. I'm not sure what that means, but we'll see.
First Highlands turnover, Mike. It was one of those games where we never felt it was in doubt, but
it was
score indicated
it was foggy.
Closer. Yeah,
it was kind of a fog. And Jamal Marbley had the big night for Yough. He had 17, and Beish had 10.
Well, remember, it was that dark, rainy night where we went to the wrong way on the turnpike, too. It was all fog.
Now Marbley works it out top to Highlands. Marbley right side. Double teamed, and now they're reaching in a foul by Highlands. It'll be their first one, and the first one of the night. It took 3 minutes.
Pacey gets it.
I was talking to Bill Heasley before the game, and he mentioned that the thing he remembered the most about that game is how Jim Nesser was constantly out of the coach's box.
Yes.
If he's standing right in front of our monitor, he's out of the coach's box.
There's no doubt about it.
Now they dump it inside, and well done by Cohen to get a piece of it and knock it out of bounds. They're trying to match the taller Obradovich at 6'7" against Seth Cohen, who stands 6'3". 7-5, Highlands leads it early on. Again, a Highlands win and a knock win over Mount Pleasant, and Highlands clinches a playoff spot. Obradovich is fouled. He got pushed as he let it go. He'll shoot a couple at 4:52.
And they're going going to get that one on Luke Cochran, his first, team second. Obradovich, Mike, 6'7" junior. He'll be back next year.
He had 6 points in the first meeting. In that game, Highlands only allowed 6 points in the second quarter. That was a big story in their win. Obradovich hits the first, and it's 7-6.
Yough is the only senior on the team.
Yough is 4-10. They're 0-5 in section, and they lost a heartbreaking 1-point game against Mount Pleasant a week ago. Mount Pleasant and Yough won one game each in section last year, and they beat each other once. And it looks like we started on that road again.
And Mike, that was at Yough too, so they'll have to go on the road second time around. Nice pin down for Johnny.
Price kicks it back out, and Myers is open, and here it comes. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound to Beish.
They collapsed well on Johnny that time, Mike. They triple teamed him when he got the ball.
Now Waldeer works it right side to Marbley, but the Rams are quickly on him. They remember him for the first time. And a shot by Bach is missed, a three-pointer, and Highlands will get possession. Saw Mark Kazanowicz here, one of our football coaches before the game. You may not know, but he is actually Ron McNabb's brother-in-law.
Yes, he is.
Here's Cochran out top. Faked it, didn't go with it. Now goes to Cohen. I don't think Seth's even shot one this year. Pacey will. It's off the rim. Took a funny bounce, and Beish has it. The reason we mentioned Ron McNabb is that knock looms a week away, and you don't want to be looking ahead.
They're number 5 in 4A, number 1 in our section, 5-0, 11-3 overall.
Waldeer worked it out to Beish. Now Hallie Hurick left side.
You mentioned pregame they host Mount Pleasant tonight.
That's a 3 by Beish. It's no good, and the rebound to Johnny Christ. Now Cochran, lead feed to Myers. Scoop play in, scores. 5 for Corey. And it's 9-7. Highlands back up by a pair.
Corey knows how to get ahead of the pack, Mike.
And he is.
Ooh, there he goes.
There it is. Turnover knock. Yough, not knock. See? I looked ahead. Shouldn't do that.
Johnny's rubbing his elbows and that guy's killing me.
Johnny right in front of us. To Cochran.
Oh, there's a little head nod.
You see that?
Yeah.
Cochran now's going to take it to the basket, goes all the way in. Little Euro step, threw it up, missed it. Rebound to Marbley on the weak side.
I think he was thinking Johnny's going to be on the side of the hoop that time, Mike.
It's a 2-point Highlands lead, and the Cougars turn it over, and Rose Mills almost caught C.J. Waldeer in her lap over there.
4th turnover for Yough. Highlands only committing 1. Vinny was going to protect her.
They're giving Rose the business over there, especially Glenn. Especially Glenn is.
When you have the commissioner's seats, that happens.
That kind of happens. Now, Myers all the way through, and it's rejected by Obradovich.
Corey tried to give him the tumble to draw the foul. He wasn't hearing it.
Nah, there wasn't one. Off the inbound, they loop it in deep. Cochran could go backcourt and get that if he likes off the throw-in.
It's either or.
Right. Drives into the basket, against contact, and put it in. That was not an easy basket. That's 4 for Luke, and the Rams lead 11-7. Hallie Hurick. Now they work it down inside to Obradovich around Christ, and he lays it in. That's 4. You can tell that's what Jim Nesser wants. He wants that ball worked into the big guy.
Gage and Obradovich doing all the scoring so far, both big guys.
Oh, Johnny lost the handle. Steal by the Cougars. Cochran tried to steal it back, but it's saved over to Marbley. His jumper's on the way. It's off the back rim, no good, and the rebound to Johnny. Pushes it up to Myers, but Marbley got back quickly.
They want to run against the team. They want to get a foul on Myers for pushing off.
Now Myers drives in. His shot is missed. Rebound McDaniel had a handle on it, but saved by Beish. 2-point Highlands lead. 2 minutes left of the first quarter. Here's Beish. Drives in. Layup off the glass. No good. Rebound McDaniel. McDaniel forecourt in a 2-point lead. Cochran is fouled before the shot. On the floor.
See if Vince Cunningham going to make the call.
We got Green 35. Green 35.
There you go. Thanks, Vince.
Waldeer gets his first. By the way, if you're wondering what happened to the Johnstown game on Sunday, it didn't happen.
It got aced out. Johnstown couldn't get off the hill. Cochran Cochran for three. It's down. Luke Cochran from right down the gullet. He's got 7 early on, and the Rams lead at 14-9. Again, the Rams only had 3 3-pointers the entire game at Yough. They already have 2 here tonight.
We were on our way, Mike. It was Johnstown couldn't get out.
Marbley's shot goes off the back rim, and Christ with the rebound.
And most of that tournament went off, Mike, and it was very well done. The Woodland Hills staff did a great job with it, but they had it right on Saturday. It was all rain.
Head fake. Corner now. Here's Cochran. Leaves a man in the dust. Nice stump down with bodies all over the place, and Cohen lays it in. His first basket of the night, and the Rams lead 16-9. Well, that was well done by Luke.
So the guy called the Breckenridge police, said somebody stole the snow of his backyard. We did not get it.
Allie Hurrick. Corner to base. His three's on the way. It's off the front rim of Grazer, but Allie Hurrick got the rebound. Drives all the way in, and Christ blocked it. Rebound. Marbley has the basketball. Finds an open man. It's Bache. Now Waldier in the corner. Drives in, put an arm in, and has an offensive foul for it.
His second, Mike.
And he's got both of theirs. Highlands also has 2 at 36 seconds. Not a lot of toots so far, and Highlands leads by 7. My statistician, Eddie Tiorsky, is looking at the stats from the first game these two teams played. Yeah. See if he can find anything pertinent to help us with. Here's
Russell Pytek checked into the game, Mike.
Myers.
Number 11.
Now to Christ, 22 seconds. Flashing out is Myers. Cochran right side. Christ at 15, drives in, kicked it back. Cochran's three's on the way. It's off the rim. Rebound McDaniel has plenty of time. 10 seconds. Out to Myers, and here it comes. Front rim no good. Rebound, Allie Hurrick.
3 good looks, Mike.
4 seconds. I got to hurry, and Cochran got a piece of it, knocked it out of bounds. 0.8 of a second to go.
This will have to be a.
They can catch and shoot this, but they have to do it in a hurry, obviously.
You want him to go backwards, Mike. There it was.
They do, and Bache lets it go, but it's not going to get there. And the first quarter comes to an end. Highlands leads it 16-9. As you look at the Highlands bench.
Chance to talk about Planet Fitness. Saw Ron King here. Mike, Ron is a longtime Highlands supporter and a new member of Planet Fitness.
Sweet, Ron. Join the club. Way to go.
He puts on Twitter every time he shows up, so he lets them know he is there, and you can be there too at the Heights Plaza. It's your home for the judgment-free zone. Planet Fitness provides a unique setting where everyone, I mean everyone, is free to work out in a non-intimidating environment for as little as $10 a month. Teen 13 to 15 can join if accompanied by adult 18 or older. And if you're 16, you can have your own membership. Remember, it's available for as low as $10, $5 down, $10 a month. Open 24/7. Work out in your own schedule at Planet Fitness in Heights Plaza. Come by today.
Again, we mentioned if Highlands wins tonight and if Knock wins tonight, both Highlands and Knock will make the playoffs. So those two things will be taken care of, and we'll effort to get you a score here.
Knock 5-0. They didn't play either over the weekend. Like their game against Beaver was postponed. And Beaver, I'll tell you what, they're up and coming. And right now, they would not make the playoffs in their section. Can you believe that? They just knocked off number 1 Amherst the other day.
And the Highlands will play them last game of the regular season at Beaver.
Yep.
That'll be a dry run for us. We can see what it's like because we got to go there for football next year.
Also, Knock doesn't play Quaker Valley, I believe, at
Montour this coming weekend in the PBC Classic. We had so much fun at last year, even though we ran into a tough Alderdice squad at like 10 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. Maybe we get better luck at 6 o'clock in the evening, huh?
Our body clocks were not functioning that day.
That's Waldier for 3 from the corner. It's no good, and the Rams have the rebound. With the basketball, second quarter, leading it by 7. Here is Cochran, now to Christ. Back to Luke. Long 3 on the way, off the rim, no good. Rebound to the Cougars as Marbley comes down with it.
Marbley only a sophomore, Mike, so they're young in the front court.
Allie Hurrick worked it out. Marbley's 3's on the way, and it's pure. Marbley hits it at 16-12, and a timeout by Jim Nesser as he's taken 2 quick ones here.
Coach Dachinsky is out on the floor talking about the defensive effort there. And again, Again, we mentioned Mike Freeport. They had their game postponed against Wickley Academy. They're going to be playing at Derry tonight. And, Derry's holding on that 4th spot with a 2-3 record. We beat them the other day, 75-49. Mount Pleasant, you mentioned it. Knox. Yough here this evening. Oh, mate, Yough averages 52 a game, only gives up 59. They're 0-5 in section, but again, they're in games. They've been competitive.
Well, Highlands, you mentioned, scoring 68 a game. They're the number 2 scoring team in 4A. Uniontown scores 70. They're number 1. But out of the 20 teams in 4A, Highlands is 14th in defense out of 20. Number 1 is Quaker Valley, averaging 47, giving up. Number 2 is Knock, allowing 48 a game. Bell Vernon's the worst, and Freeport's 19 out of 20. And we'll see them Friday night. Here's McDaniel with a nice move in the paint, but it won't settle for him. Rams miss another short one, and the rebound goes to the Cougars, trailing by 4.
We're getting the ball to the rack, Mike. We just not finished.
Allie Hurrick now goes left side to Waldeer.
Let's see what the defensive adjustment was last time, Mike.
Allie Hurrick. Marbley in the corner, got shut off. Kicked it back out to C.J. Waldeer. Swung it to the corner. Allie Hurrick inside to Obradovich. Work it back out. There's Beish for 3. It's good. Beish has 8. And it's 16-15. Yough cuts it to 1. Myers, high posting it to McDaniel. Fired over to Pacey. Didn't even look at the basket. Now McDaniel in the paint again. Right to Myers, and here it comes. It's down. Corey Myers, second of the night. 8 for him. And the Rams stretch it to 19-15.
Looks like a box and one on Luke, Mike, last time.
And a 3 is drained from the right side.
Albury 2 in a row. He's got 6.
By the way, after 1 quarter, Mount Pleasant 10, Knock 9. That's one of those, if we don't clinch tonight, it's okay. Yeah. According to what Scott says on Twitter, Knock's week of rest shows in the first quarter. Now, they haven't played in a week either. Neither is Yough. Highlands fortunately had a game on Friday, and that might help them. Now 15-footer by Cochran rattles home.
He's got 9, Mike, and you're right, that ball rattled.
21-18, Rams by 3. 5 minutes left of the first half. Work it over to Beish. He loves it from out there. It's got a lid on it that time. And McDaniel pulls down the board. Antoine, but doesn't have numbers. He's going to go all the way through anyway and lay it in. He found a crack. There were 4 men back, but it didn't matter. That's 2 for Antoine, and it's 23-18.
Coast to coast like butter on toast.
2-3, go Ray! 2-3!
Waldeer out top.
Pass the ball!
Gets shut off by Antoine McDaniel again. Looks for help. Now the Rams keep pushing him further away from the basket. Allie Hurrick has it.
Now they're coming out straight man-to-man, Mike, getting after.
Marbley against Price.
They want the ball in low post.
Oh, they dump it inside to Obradovich, and they're going to get, I think, Pacey for being handsy, and that'll be his second at 4:20.
Mike, that's what happens when you switch on defense like that. Sometimes you get those mismatches. Beish is matched up against Pacey. That's 6'5" against 5'8". You like those numbers, especially when he's behind him in the post.
Seth Cohen back into the Highlands lineup. Tyler Zerone, a 5'10 sophomore, is in. He's number 30, and they throw it away. Here comes Cochran all the way down. Cochran gets bumped, and he's fouled. We'll see if he's going to shoot. He's going to shoot 2 at 4:13. The Rams will make their first trip to the line tonight.
Nice job by Luke Knight to get still. Mike took it right to the rack.
Now, the Wireless Zone is the world's largest independent Verizon wireless franchise in America, offering the most popular smartphones, tablets, connected devices, and all the latest accessories with award-winning customer service. Stop in today and see what makes Verizon the world's largest and most reliable network. They have 12 area locations, including 6 in the Valley, at Natrona Heights at the Walmart Plaza, or Pittsburgh Mills Mall next to J.C. Penney and across from Victoria's Secret. You can call the Heights at 724-224-4590 or the Mills at 724-275-1154. Or find the Wireless Zone store nearest you simply by visiting wirelesszone.com. Cochran goes 2 for 2, and the Rams lead is 7.
He's got 11. First guy to double figures tonight. Allie Hurrick. Tyler Zerone checked in the lineup, Mike, number
Beisch for three, and it settles for him. He's hit three from downtown.
Yep, he's got 11.
And that's what's keeping Yough in the game. They've hit 5. And Myers hits another one.
Both teams firing threes. Mike Myers has his third. He's got 11 now, too.
28-21. Highlands by a touchdown. Now out to Zerone.
Circle, pass it. Reverse.
Zerone got the rec specs on. Looks like Rodrigo Blankenship from Georgia.
He played most of the JV game, too, Mike. Their numbers are really low. Couple kids down with injury.
Here's Beisch, and he's open, and here it comes. It rattles out of there, and Christ has the rebound. Highlands with the ball up 7. Now to Myers. He's feeling it. Oh, dipper. Rebound Beisch. Again, it looks like Bach, but it's spelled Beisch.
Like the pace, Mike.
Here's Marbley. He's got 2 threes tonight.
Reverse it.
Back out to Zerone. 2:35 to go, first half. Highlands by 7. And there's Obradovich with the lay-in.
Didn't feel any contact, Mike. Rolled right in. That's a defensive lapse again.
28-23. Cochran around a screen. Now he's wide open, going to let a 3 go, and it's down. Luke Cochran's got 2 of them. 14 on the night. 31-23, Highlands by 8. That's their biggest lead.
Jim Nesser not happy with the defensive effort on that trip.
Jim Nesser, a WPIAL and PIAA champion at Jeanette. Had Terrell Pryor on that team, of course.
That didn't hurt.
Not at all. 2008. 11 years ago. Hard to believe, isn't it? Marbley's wide open top and drains another one. Marbley 3 times 3 is 9, all here in the second quarter. 31-26. Cohen's wide open on the blocks, and he missed a layup. Try it again and score.
There you go. 2 for $1.
33-26. Yough has 6 3-pointers and 3 2-pointers.
Keeping him in his game, Mike.
It sure is. First time these two teams met, they only made 4. There were only 7 threes in that game total.
Crazy, huh?
We busted out of that in the first quarter. Alihuric out to Marbley. Now Beisch comes out to get it, and Cohen got a piece of it, and now bumped it. That doesn't hurt. It's only the 14th foul with 109.
Seth gave him 2 bumps. Jim Nesser asked Waldeer to go and play defense.
Yeah, maybe you want to. Yeah, maybe you want to play defense because nobody else does. That was a quote.
Well, we send 2 defenders out, Mason Swanger and Carter Leary, Mike, to get an early action.
Jim is entertaining, if nothing else.
Yeah.
And a good coach, too. He was at Greensburg. We saw him at Greensburg Central last year, and they were down, and their coach came back, Greg Bissignani, the doctor. Oh, blocked by Christ. Cochran takes it away, and Beisch is on the floor. Cochran back, steps into a 3. It's down. Luke with another one, and it's a 10-point lead.
Man on fire. Luke Cochran.
He's got 3. Myers has 3. 36-26. 41 seconds to go.
Yep.
Ball is tipped and saved by Waldeer. At the rim. Now to Marbley. Drives in, goes all the way in. Christ got the block. I think it's going to be a goaltend. It is. You don't see it often. And the crowd booing here at Highlands.
Well, again,
I'm not going to say they were wrong on that one, to be honest with you. I think they may have got that one right.
you can watch it again on YouTube.
I think it was on the way down. What do you think?
That's the rule. If it's on the way down, it's goaltending, and I agree with you. I think it reached its arc and started down when Johnny got it.
Okay, 26 seconds, 8-point lead with the ball and the arrow. So the Rams had a chance for a 2-for. Corey played that one off his noggin.
You just had to.
You bet. Myers. I think Coach Nesser's the 6th defender. Highlands calls timeout with 12 seconds to go. They want to talk it over, leading by 8. Well, another basketball season could mean only one thing. That's postgame at the Anchor Inn. Joe, Andy, and Dee continue that family tradition started by their parents way back in 1953. Now, what a crowd we had there Friday night after the Seneca Valley game, Dave.
We sure did.
It was tremendous. Daily specials available, as well as the blue plate. Of course, always served on a blue plate. The kitchen's open till 11, which is good because we've had a lot of long trips this year, so you want to make sure you take care of that. It's a great way to celebrate a Highlands victory. The Anchor Inn, Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. Welcome aboard.
Mike, I think we'll have a big crowd Friday night, too, after the Freeport game.
At Freeport?
Not too many people come up the hill from Freeport. There's a big crowd the night we played Freeport here because a lot of people stopped on the way through.
Freeport, we mentioned the Knock Mount Pleasant game. Freeport is at Derry tonight.
All right, Mike, let's see what they can come up with. Final 12 seconds to go.
Again, ball and the arrow, so they have a chance for a twofer here. Here's Cochran. Hook it over to Swanger. He's wide open. Here it comes. It's down. Mason Swanger at the buzzer, and the Rams will take a 39-28 lead into the locker room.
Just like they drew it up, Mike.
All right, and that is the end of the first half here at Highlands. There's your score. Highlands by 11. We'll be back with stats and more right after this. We're back at halftime. You see the story. The Rams lead it 39-28. We'll tell the folks about B&J Sports. I'm going to wait till the Dean comes back because we have some very important news for him. B&J Sports, located at 1605 Freeport Road in Natrona Heights, been outfitting our local teams and the great sports fans of the AK Valley for more than 45 years. When it comes to all of your sporting goods needs, look no further than B&J. Glenn Mills and his friendly staff provide that personal touch. High school jackets, team uniforms, trophies, and plaques, any kind of sports equipment. You just can't beat the service at B&J Sports. They're open 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 till noon. So stop in today or give Glenn a call or make sure nobody runs into Rose over there sitting in the front row. 724-226-2762. 5 decades says it all. B&J Sports. Before I turn it over to you, Dean, to give us the scoring in the first half, Jimmy Kunst won the 50-50. Unbelievable. Because Dom ran and fouled me and told me.
Jimmy, 25 points, 20 ball stops, 7 still today, and $97. Yes, $97.
I said, yeah, well, what can how long can an 8th grader go on $97? I said, probably a day or two.
It used to last me a year.
Unbelievable.
Well, Luke Cochran led us in scoring with 17 in the first half. Corey Myers chipped in with 11. Seth Cohen had 4. Johnny Christ only 2, Mike, but he's made his presence felt on the boards. Mason Swanger 3, Antoine McDaniels 2. And for the Yough Cougars, they've been led by number 5, Jared Beige. He has 11 points. Jamel Marbury also with 11 points. And Josh Abradovich with 6. Only 3 guys scored in the first half for him.
Wow. Yeah, they had that problem against Highlands, too. By the way, you mentioned Johnny only had 2. He only had 4 out there.
Yeah.
So this is just not loves to face in the Bill James baseball abstract. This might be hate to face.
He's contributing in a lot of
He is.
ways.
And he blocked some shots. Halftime score, Knock leading Mount Pleasant 24-19. That's an update for you. Knock by 5. Again, a Knock win, a Highlands win. Both Knock and Highlands make the playoffs. Second half underway.
Much closer than I thought that one would be, Mike, especially at Knock.
Rams by 11 as we start the second half. And zeroed out on their chance for the double, but they did get the 3 at the end by Mason Swanger. Saw Jerry Mara in the vestibule. He wanted to know if I was deaf yet. Coach Nasser.
Third person.
Nah, he's really not that bad. We got a jump ball as Beige and Cohen come down with it. Arrow belongs to Yough at 7-12, 39-28. The Rams by 11.
Yough hanging around for sure, Mike.
Second half brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. Individualized basketball training for 3rd graders all the way up through varsity and beyond. On Twitter at Mason Elite Hoops. And the Rams turn it over again.
It's only the 3rd turnover for Highlands, Mike. 2 in the first half. And
very careful with it, yeah.
Talking about that ball handling exhibition Luke put on the other day, he gave Mason Elite credit for that. Helping him out. He broke that kid's ankle, that's for sure.
No doubt.
And the back and forth on Twitter with these kids and all these emojis, it's like, I don't know what they're talking about.
I only know the smiley face and the winky smiley face. I use that one. Or a basketball. Or if it's Thanksgiving, I'll use the turkey. Things like that. Christmas trees.
Well, Dom says he would become a promoter. You got a good start. You get 860,000 hits.
Now they work it inside, and the combination of Myers and Christ stole it, but the Cougars steal it right back. And now Hal Hurick, they're going to say Cohen, I think, knocked it out last. Possession stays with Yough at 6:29. A pretty choppy start to the second half here so far.
2 turnovers apiece for both teams.
Now they work it into Marbley. A good defense by Myers to shut that one down. But Waldeer got it back. Marbley in the corner. Now to Bache, but Cochran's right on him.
Marbley impressed me in the first half, Mike, not only with the scoring, but
He impressed me the first game. They're going to call Dom Pacey for trying to run through that screen. That's exactly what we have. Well, the Rams haven't committed many fouls, and Dom has most of them.
They've only committed 5. He's got 3 of them.
Waldeer works it in.
Playing defense still.
And Marbley. Now, he's not going to change the way he plays because of how many fouls he has. Here's Highlands. Now to Bache. Spins around and threw a bad pass, but got it back. He knew he did it. Marbley's 3 out of the corner is off the rim, no good. Rebound is tipped, and Yough will keep it again.
Cochran had it, lost it out of bounds. Like the cheerleaders performed at halftime with the future Ram cheerleaders. And one of our favorite waitresses up at Anchor Inn, Jess, was here with her daughter Haley McIntyre, so it was great to see her.
Yes, it was.
And then performing.
And right after we read the anchor ad, I told her that. I said, this is funny how this works.
How about that? Basketball season's in full swing. You've probably been putting off that much-needed work around the house. I'm looking. There's plenty to do. Why not let the pros at Beanie Home Renovation install that new kitchen, bathroom, game room, or addition to make your home a winner? When it gets cold, Mike, and you're a homeowner, you sit around and say, I should fix that. Fix that. Well, now's the time. With over 100 years of combined experience under Brian Nee and his team of professionals at Beanie Home Renovations guarantee job be done complete and on time, exactly the way you want it. Just in time for the championship celebration. Customer service, always their top priority. Give Brad a call at 724-351-3172 for a free estimate or visit their Facebook page. Beanie Home Renovations, where the B is always busy. My son Ken is starting to look for a house. He's tired of paying rent, he says, and I told him, very important, when you buy that house and get you a nice bottle of wine, and when you get the house just the way you want it, you open that bottle.
In other words, it'll always be there.
Enjoy that bottle of wine that night, because something's going to break the next day. Trust me. And Beanie will be there to take care of it for you.
Yes, sir. What was that, Eddie?
You better believe it.
There you go. Brian Nee gets a testimonial. No one better than Eddie Tiorsky.
I had to make him do it twice because I had to turn down. I didn't want to catch too much of Jim Nesser at the break there. But he's kept it clean. He's absolutely kept it clean. So there's Al Hurick out top. Now he tries to go to Marbley. There's loose on the floor. Look at Pacey dive after that and create the jump ball.
Always interesting to see Dom when he gets up from those little entanglements there.
Highlands has the arrow, so he got the Rams of possession. Battling even though he's got 3 fouls.
Christ inbound to Cochran.
5:35 to go. Third quarter, no one scored.
How about that, Mike? 39 points in the first quarter, 23-19 in the second.
Nice post move by Christ, and he lays it in. That matches his output the first time out in Yough Mountain. It's 41-28.
Harmony.
I like that trip better than the Mount Pleasant.
Oh, definitely. What?
It really wasn't that bad of a trip. I mean, only 2 exits on the turnpike. We went that way.
Versus 3.
And then not knowing where you were going, basically back through there. We know now it shouldn't be too bad. When we say you have to make the right here and it doesn't look like there's a road, you just do it anyway.
Coach Nestor got a kick out of everybody told him that. He goes, we hear a lot of that.
Ball's tipped out of bounds by Myers. Possession stays with the Cougars. I love their uniforms, by the way.
Yeah, they're sharp.
Interesting color combination you don't see every day. Green and orange. The white accent.
For kids learning how to play defense, Corey wanted to make sure he saw his man, but he kept his hands up and deflected the ball back out of bounds again.
Now Hal Hurick right in front of us. Clock winds to 5 minutes, third quarter. Highlands by 13.
Double team right there. You got out of it.
Waldeer. Now Hal Hurick drives around. Christ! Get that out of here. And Pacey starts to break the other way. Lead it to Cochran with the lay-in. Well, that's where defense turns into offense.
Transition game, Mike. Ooh, he's
19 for Cochran. Yeah, right in front of us. You saw Marbley.
Marbley was smart enough to check where his foot was, so he didn't go over and back. He was okay. Now
Hal Hurick went up with it, but Pacey on him. Marbley out top. Obradovich, the big fella, comes out, gets Cohen away from the basket. Now Waldeer right in front of Coach Nesser. Rams with a 15-point lead, and now a steal by Dom, and he goes and he lays it home.
Nice job that time. Forced a turnover and converts.
And he's played his best since he's got 3 fouls. 45-28.
First basket of the night for Dom. Now the double team. Cochran gets it.
17-point lead. Pacey again on the floor. And they're going to give the Highlands possession and a timeout. Good job all around there. And the Rams will get the ball at 4:01 third quarter, leading 45-28.
Smart idea, Mike, because it would have been Yough's possession.
So many companies can give you car insurance quotes, but only Nationwide backs it up with dedicated licensed professionals and superior claim service. Mel and John at the Boucher Agency want to make ensuring your new teen driver a stress-free experience. Remember when you were taking Kenny to do that?
Oh, yep.
And now we're talking about buying a house. Dean, where's it go?
Very fast.
Very fast.
Enjoy your kids.
Make sure to ask about Nationwide's young driver discount when you compare. No one beats the Boucher's rates for young drivers. Call your hometown Nationwide agents, John and Mel, 724-224-4300, and they'll help you choose the coverage that's right for your family. They have evening and Saturday hours for your convenience. Remember, in the AK Valley, the Bouchers and Nationwide are on your side. That's Eddie's buddy, John Boucher.
And Mike, we have our homeowners insurance with them too. So
right.
Kenny may be looking at that soon too. Car, home, life.
Do the triple play.
Yep.
Now that's a Comcast, where you can watch this game on Channel 190. Remember, Wednesday and Thursday nights at 7 o'clock, Channel 190. And, of course, YouTube, Highlands High Sports. Cochran for 3 off the front rim. Boy, that was right at it. And we're going to get a foul on Seth Cohen as he went over the back of Obradovich.
Be Seth's second.
Team foul number 3 against Highlands second half. Yough has yet to commit one, and Antoine McDaniel will come into the Highlands lineup and give Cohen a rest. Nope, give Myers a rest.
Full court pressure by the Golden Rams now. Marbley gets it in the front court. It's a token. They kind of back off as the ball comes forward.
Waldeer gets it across the timeline. You see Coach Nesser in your picture? Standing right in front of me. I'm looking at the TV screen. Oh, and an offensive foul on Beige as Christ took the charge. Beige got a little bit out of control because the pass wasn't great, and he had to try to collect the pass, and it kind of put him in a bad spot. That'll be his first foul, and the first one on the Cougars second half. 3:29 to go. The Rams lead by 17.
Marbley threw that pass. He's sitting down now next to Coach Nesser. Tyler Zerone goes into the lineup. He didn't like what he did with that one.
Here's Cochran forecourt. Using a Cohen screen. Used it up. Now McDaniel takes the right side. Out to Pacey. Hands it off to Christ. Puts it on the floor.
Get fouled, Mike.
Fouls it. Throws it back out. They're going to say the ball's tipped. I think they're going to give it to Highlands. That's the compromise position way to go.
Definitely.
When there could have been a foul, they didn't call one. And they do it that way. Loops it in off the inbound, and Cochran wouldn't go for him. Waldeer the rebound.
Had a great look there.
Yough now, forecourt.
Look at Coach Nesser. He's always got his hands up.
Yough again. Now Zerone. Yough again. 2:45 left third quarter. Highlands by 17.
That 11-point halftime
knocked away by Cochran out of bounds. Knock is still not scored in the third quarter.
How about that?
The goose egg is up. And the Rams have had these second halves 2 times 19 and 1 time 21 in the last 3 games, what they've allowed. They have shut the door defensively. Kickball by Cohen. Yough will keep it.
Definitely doing it here in this quarter, Mike. Mason Swanger and check in for Pacey with those 3 fouls.
And Mason hit that big 3 at the end of the half at the buzzer. Waldeer got to watch that 5 count. And good job by McDaniel to get a piece of that, and Yough took it out of bounds.
Right.
Great job by McDaniel. Good job by Swanger. And the Rams played good defense there and forced the turnover.
Couldn't control the ball that time. That's their 9th turnover. Highlands Mike only committing 4 so far this evening.
Here's Cochran across. McDaniel worked it out top to Christ. Left side to Swanger. Cochran Drives
screen
in
by Johnny. He
found
drops
room
down.
and send it in, Johnny, on a great feed by Cochran.
Saw that one coming, Mike. They didn't defend Johnny after the screen, and you don't do that. That's the result. He's got 6, but 2 of them is thunder dunks.
47-28.
And he gets a turnover, Mike. 10th one.
Price to
Head of the
Cochran.
pack.
Lead it up. Here's Johnny missed it. Pass was behind him. He went down hard. And Highlands has the rebound.
Hate to say it, Mike. Look at Mason Swanger undercut him. He was going for the ball. He didn't know Johnny was above him. When you got Johnny, you always got to be looking up.
Travel, turnover, 1:39 to go. Highlands by 19 now.
I gotta be poor Mason. You think you're gonna get a layup, all of a sudden Johnny comes over top you.
That wouldn't be a good feeling at all. Mason and I are about the same size. I mean, I weigh more than him, obviously, but Mason
5'6".
That's I resemble that remark. Let's put it this way. He'd be in a little better shape than I am. He might be able to take it a little more, but I wouldn't want to have that happening. Now that's a screen, ladies and gentlemen. The Christ just set. And now Johnny's going to step back and nail a three from out top. There you go. He hadn't made one in a while, but it's not his first one either. It is 50-28.
A double there. Antoine trying to buy the call, but Vince Cunningham would have nothing to do with it. They had him in a perfect trap spot. Right there, you got your half-court line, you got your out-of-bounds, perfect.
Highlands by 22. Yough has not scored in the third quarter. Waldeer kicked it over to Beish. Now Zerone for 3. It's off the rim, no good, and a rebound to Cohen.
1 minute to go here in a scoreless third quarter for the Yough Cougars.
11-0. Johnny with another jumper, and he cans it.
Johnny coming alive here in the second half. He's got 11, Mike.
And 9 of them here in the third quarter. He has 9 of the 13 Highlands points.
Get Mason for a little ride there.
Johnny has 9 of them. Pacey with a basket and Cochran with a basket. And again, Yough, the goose egg.
Caleb Radishak going to check in now, along with Carter Leary. Swanger out of the lineup, and Cohen.
Coming to the quarter break. It'll be time for A&B Pizza Trivia. Stay tuned for that. Did you know, Dean, that Courtney Cordes, our girls coach, played her last game against Yough? It was a playoff game her senior year that they were beat. Now we got a foul down underneath. Boy, there have been few, if any, free throws tonight. Yough went, Obradovich hit a couple. The foul's on Leary. And Luke Cochran's 2 for 2. No one else has shot any for Highlands either.
Like Carter Leary at 5'9", got tangled up with Obradovich at 6'7". That matchup's going to work every time.
And Obradovich breaks the ice. That's her first point of the half.
Wow.
52-29.
Great defense for Highlands.
Russell Pavlik back in the game. We got a closer look at him as he ran into the game. I'm going to guess he might play football, Dean.
Yeah.
He's got some width on him.
Size kid. He's 6'3", a junior.
Obradovich is 3 out of 4 from the line tonight. 52-29. Here's Myers. 33 seconds. The arrow belongs to the Cougars. Price left side.
Patient here.
Now we have a whistle. Let's see what the call is.
The old nickel dime.
That's only the second on Yough's second half. Who'd they get, Waldeer?
That'll be his third, Mike.
Where's Waldeer?
They only have 5 fouls in the game. Waldeer has 3. Highlands committed 8 fouls. Pacey has 3.
He's on his way to the Golden Sombrero. He's got 3 fouls and no points.
That is not a good thing.
26 seconds left of the third quarter. Highlands with the ball up 13. Here's Leary. Out of Myers right side. Myers drives into the paint against Obradovich. Teardrop won't go. Rebounds tipped, and Pavlik brings it down for the Cougars at 14 seconds. Chance for a twofer for Jim Nesser. Highlands got shut off by Myers. Now to Zerone. Highlands at 5 seconds. 4. Got to be aware of the clock. Zerone got to let it go, and it's off the rim. That might be too late. Is it good? What are they going to say?
Good.
They're looking around. They say it's a good basket.
Oh, now wait a second, Mike. Now, it's good. It's no good. It's good.
Saying good.
It is good.
So is that Pavlik? I believe it was.
Pavlik got his
good job on his part.
Basket.
And that's the first field goal of the half. And Highlands leads at 52-29. to 31. They have a 21-point lead. Well, trivia time is A&B Pizza time. Call 724-224-5311 to order your A&B Pizza now.
Mike, we mentioned Ambridge, now the number 1 team in 4A, but they got beat by Beaver the other night by 10. They host Central Valley tonight. Their coach, Mark Jula, really wants that game bad because when Center and Monaca merged, they became Central Valley. He thought he was the heir apparent to the job. He did not get it. He was an assistant here at Highlands when I coached back in the 80s. Now he has the number 1 team in 4A. And as coach of Ambridge, he got to play, Mike, for Ambridge. So he's playing in his alma mater. He was in a championship game in 1970, okay, here at the Civic Arena. Here's the question. How many WPL titles does Ambridge have?
That's a good question.
A proud heritage at Ambridge. Many great teams there. How many titles?
So we start the fourth quarter, Highlands by 21. Now, would it be cheating if I pulled this out?
Yeah, that would be
okay,
cheap.
so I'm putting it away.
Okay,
I'm not going to look at it. I just want you to know I found that and I have it. Isn't that good news?
Well, I want to give you the $1 off on the pizza, so I'm going to give you a hint.
When I showed the dean right there, I have a sheet with every WPIL
cool,
champion in history listed on it. The print's so small, I need my glasses to read it anyway. I'd have no chance. So, again, we're looking for that $1 off, and we're going to chew that one around a little bit.
They have as many as we do.
Halahiric off the back rim, no good. Well, you just gave me the answer. Are we counting Tarentum's?
No, Highlands.
Tarentum won
Highlands.
in 1968. Here is Pacey for 3. It's off the rim, no good. And the rebound, they're going to call a foul. I think it's on Corey Myers. It is. He doesn't think so. We'll let you all think about that. Well, I think everyone knows. The answer is 1, Dean.
Can you imagine that, Mike?
That's your only one.
WPL championship, and that was in 1967. So, well, in 68, they won in 67.
And Highlands won theirs in 1995, and that's it.
Guess how many section titles they've won in the last 45 years?
That's a good question. Is this for the Pineapple?
Yes, the Pineapple.
I'm going to say 12.
1.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? They've always
steal by Price to Cochran.
Going up.
Drives in. Here's Johnny.
Johnny indeed. And that all is off a transition, Mike. They have the 12th turnover and 3rd dunk of the night for Johnny Price.
A&B Pizza is your source for pizza. Super Bowl's coming, you know. Are we allowed to say that?
Oh, yeah.
Serving the AK Valley since 1958. A&B Pizza 2418 Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. Call them at 724-224-5311. Tell them Mike and Mike sent you. We got the question right, and you'll get $1 off your A&B Pizza.
Guess what else is coming in here?
You know, it got really icy this weekend. I hope you were at Highland Tire prior to that.
Friday was a busy day for them, and they've been the number 1 voted in tires in the AK Valley for 26 consecutive years. The best place to have an oil change the last 24. Family and operated since 1961, Highland Tire offers one of the largest and most complete inventories of tires in the Pittsburgh area. If you don't see it, ask for it, they'll get it. Visit HighlandTire.com or give them a call in Trenton at 724-224-9222. In Toronto Heights, 724-224-3900 or Highland Integrity Alignment, 724-224-5900. Highland Tire, service, integrity, price, they deliver.
Highlands leads at 54-31.
I'd like to see Coach Jula down the road, Mike. That would be fun.
Sure, why not?
I haven't spoken to him in a while. I don't know if I told the story or not. We were playing Central Valley in a playoff game, and he was more than happy to give me information since he didn't get the job. And he told me if we don't win, don't ever call him again. And we lost by a few, and I haven't spoke to him since because I don't think he'll speak to me. Maybe now.
He's a character.
He's something else.
Now they loop it over to Marbley. Down inside, Pacey got a piece of it. Obradovich got it back, threw it up wide, and rebounded by Pacey.
He was in an awkward position, Mike. He didn't know where he was as far as the basket goes, and that's why that one went wide.
Pacey, baseline to Cohen. Cohen goes in, dumps it off to Christ. Now out top to Cochran at the Big Ram, center circle. Cochran
Nice
Fires
pass.
a bullet to the corner. Myers lets it go and he drains it. A 3-ball for Corey Myers, his 4th of the night.
And once again, for the kids out there, Mike, he put that ball in a perfect position, in a shooting position. All he had to do was catch and shoot. Triple threat position, perfect. Another turnover.
9 3-balls for Highlands this evening. Cochran lays it in.
Luke now with 21, right on his average, Mike.
Highlands by 28.
And you never heard the body hit the floor, huh?
No. I believe I had this.
You did, 25, you said.
I'm going to might be wrong. Nice move by Waldeard. He drives, lays, and scores.
His first 2.
59-33. Cochran stops, pops, back rim. Obradovich the rebound.
All of York, they could have called a double dribble on Mike.
Shot is missed. Loose on the floor. Marbley had it. They're going to call Myers for rolling over. I guess he went from one cheek to the other.
There you go.
That must have been it. That's all I can figure. You can be down. You can be down there with it, but you can't advance. And he rolling over advanced. Corey didn't think so, but I don't expect him to. Yough. Now Marbley with Cohen out there. And Seth did a great job to shut him off. And the Rams stole the ball, but Cochran gave it back. Yough was messed up by Cochran. They miss another one. Obradovich 3 for $1. And he lays it in.
Highlands committed their 6th turnover, forcing 15.
59-35. Highlands trying to win their 4th straight. They've won 8 out of 10.
Pacey
3 off the back rim. They're going to get Seth Cohen, maybe?
over the top.
Let's see. That's correct.
4:59 to go. They're going to shoot a 1-on-1. Mike, I talked about that 1967 team in Ambridge. I think that's why people think, that team wasn't a good team. That team was a great team. They were 27-0, number 1 in the United States that year. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Coached by Chuck DeVenzio.
Was that the UPI poll or the...
That was the coaches.
Arnold Gazette?
Yeah, no, the coaches, the American Association of College
I see.
and high school coaches voted them number 1. They just had their 50th reunion. Think about it, 1967. Wow. They brought back many members of that team.
The bank is open for Josh Obradovich.
He's got 10 now.
He's got 10. 59-36.
But if you remember, Chuck DeVenzio come back to coach at Springdale.
Right.
His son Dick was on that team.
You are bringing out some Hall of Fame names here.
Unfortunately, he passed away, Mike. You know that.
Right.
He went to Duke.
Price on against 3 men. He puts it in anyway. Johnny's had a big second half. He has 15 of them since the break. 61-37 Highlands. 4:35 remaining.
They had 3 Division I players on that team, Mike.
Marbley worked it down low. Obradovich, a charge. Or a flop. That looked like a flop to me. What do you think? I don't want to accuse anybody of doing anything, but I think Johnny went down pretty easily. Not that Obradovich isn't a big guy. I mean, yeah, the Yough bench.
Questioning.
Yeah, the Yough bench agrees with me. 61-37. Some officials are predisposed to call charging and some aren't. And we've had a couple crews in here recently that none of them were going to be called. Here's Myers for 3. It's down. Corey Myers lighting it up from downtown.
He's got 17. And they've doubled him up.
5 from downtown. Well over his average of 10. Yough is fouled on his way to the basket. He'll shoot 2 at 3:58 remaining, 4th quarter. Highlands 64, Yough 37.
Corey Myers going to get his second, and he's going to shoot 2. Like I mentioned, DeVenzio played at Duke. Dennis Weissig played at North Carolina. Remember that name?
Yeah.
And a kid named Frank Kaufman played it for Duke. That is some team. And when they won the state championship that year, they beat Chester 93-61. And they said it was like a clinic every time those guys played.
When I think of Chester, Pennsylvania, if I say to you Chester, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh Pirates, who do you think of? Murtaugh is from Chester. Who should be, they announced the Hall of Fame tonight. Danny Murtaugh should be in the Hall of Fame. There's a three by Swanger. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound, McDaniel tipped it. Swanger went in there for it, and Highlands is going to get it at 3:40 to go. The 4 Hall of Famers that got put in tonight were Mariano Rivera became the first player in baseball history to get unanimous selection. It's never happened before.
Joe DiMaggio?
No, none of them. Willie Mays, you name it.
Babe Ruth?
No. Some guys wouldn't vote for people just because it was the first time.
Wow.
He made it. Roy Halladay, Mike Mussina, and Edgar Martinez on his last chance becomes the first DH ever to make it. But Chester, PA, Danny Murtaugh, he deserves a look by one of these many veterans committees. Let's see what the call is here.
Well, they were ready to give it to Yough, and Vince Cunningham got overruled by Tyler Sachinski. And Highlands gets the ball.
They give him double paycheck tonight. There's a nice move by Cochran, and he lays it in.
Luke now with 23. He was giving Johnny the eyeball, and Johnny didn't finish that time.
66-39. Highlands by 27. Waldeer to Hal Hurick right side. Sees Big Johnny there, and he backs off. This is Bache from the corner, and he drains it. He's not been heard from in his second half of his first basket.
He's got 14.
And he's got 4 from downtown. 66-42. Boy, think of what it would be without all those threes they've made. They've made 7. Swanger's 3 is off the rim. A bender. Rebound, Christ fought it away. Needs some help. A couple head signals, and Luke gets the basketball. 2:40 to go. Highlands by 24.
Going to run their delay game here a little bit, Mike.
The back door cut.
Price out top. He made one earlier here in this half.
Take it with the ball, CJ.
Swanger, nice job on the roll to Cochran, but he can't get it to go. This is Ray Hal Hurick the other way. Whips it up to Obradovich. Bodies all over the place. And Obradovich with the lay-in and no whistle.
Now, that was more of a charge than we saw earlier.
Yes, agreed with you. That might have been the give and the take. Cochran, no look. Corner. Myers, 3 off the rim. Long rebound. And Zerone almost left it behind, but he gets control of it. Cochran tried to pop it free from Bache, but couldn't do it. Hurick out top, and now Jim Nesser wants a timeout. 1:56 to go. A 22-point Highlands lead, 66-44.
Mike, we mentioned Amber's number 1 in 4A. 3 teams in that section. Quaker Valley number 2 at 10-2, both losses in section. North Carolina.
Coached by Roy Williams.
I told North Carolina. Newcastle, pretty close. NC.
You at NC.
They're 11-3, 5-1. They beat Hopewell the other day, 74-45. They're at Blackhawk. Blackhawk is the 4th place team in that section, and Beaver, who beat Ambridge, they're on the outside looking in. That's a tough section.
It is. It's section of death.
Yep. Number 4 Uniontown. They are 5-0, 10-3 overall. They beat Connellsville 75-53, and they're at South Park tonight. So that's the top 5 in 4A.
South Park, who we've seen. Let's tell the folks what we'll be doing Friday. We're going to be at Freeport for the return matchup. Highlands at Freeport. The Rams won here on January 4th, 85-68. And Wayne Greiser's Freeport Yellow Jackets are hanging on to a playoff spot in Section 1 as they are 8-4, 3-2 overall going into tonight's game.
We're going into the Hive, Mike.
Great new gym they have there. I prefer the old one just because of the character that place had.
Yeah, that was fun to be in.
That's a lot harder place to play, but you know that there will be packed in there coming this Friday night. Get there early.
I agree.
That will be next Wednesday at 7 o'clock on Channel 190. And as soon as we can get it up to YouTube next day. Highlands High Sports. And thanks to everyone that clicks on those and watches the games. Bache lost it. Cohen retrieves it. A minute and a half to go.
19th turnover, Mike. Only committing 6.
Cochran drives into the paint. High off the glass, no good. Rebound, Cohen had a piece of it. But Hal Hurick has it for the night. The Cougars. Bache. Baseline with the left hand, no good. He's a left-handed pitcher.
Cohen with the rebound at the Cochran.
His whip was less than 1 this year, by the way. For all you fantasy baseball players out there, you know what that means.
Now, what does whip mean, Mike?
Walks, hits per innings pitched. So if it's less than 1, you're giving up less than 1 base runner per inning.
Jump to the ball.
And That's a good number. That's a Hall of Fame number.
Jump to the ball.
Myers out top, 49 seconds to go. Now to Cochran, 44. Highlands by 22. Swung it over to Myers. Drives into the paint. High runner. Won't go. Cohen tipped it. Bache has it. Out to Waldier at 32 seconds. Tried to loop it over, and the ball's out of bounds as O'Bradovich tried to corral it on the baseline. Couldn't get it. And Russell Pitlak's back in the lineup. That's all for Jared Bache tonight.
Carter Leary going to check into the lineup.
Yeah, he had 42 innings, 77 strikeouts. His whip was 0.9, and he had a 1.66 ERA. Pitt's new coach is Mike Bell, who's also a left-handed pitcher when he played. So he recognized that with Jared Bache. Jared's sister Hannah plays softball at Pitt.
Pacey and Dylan Signorello there.
So
Landon, get a shot of your brother.
there you go. Nicely done. He's over there. Here's Pacey, 20 seconds. Now to Leary. Radishak right side. Looks like the Rams just maybe dribbling out. There's Signorello driving in. Kicks it back. Radishak didn't take it. Leary won't either. 11 seconds. Cross court to Swanger. Now to Pacey. 5 seconds for. This one belongs to the Rams. They beat the Yough Cougars 66-44. Dean, final thoughts.
Well, Mike, again, that second half defense, 28 points, 44 for the game. That's going to help out lowering that 59-point average. I think Coach Stachinski has to be very impressed with this performance as we go into the Hive on Friday night.
It should be a good one. Well, thanks to everyone that helped us out here tonight. Thanks to Landon Signorella upstairs, Dom Stobert, and Will I Am Selko. Thanks to him, too. Once again, that final score here tonight. Highlands 66, Yough 44. For the Dean, Mike Choma, this is Mike Pavlik.